Hey, welcome to DeadThree and another film breakdown. We have pivoted off some of the other parts. We've done Duke Gonzaga. We've done Auburn, Oklahoma. We're starting in some other groups. We're now starting with, I wanted to watch Michigan State play a little bit and thought this would be a great game. It's the most recent game, I believe, that they've played. So, and before we get going, appreciate all the support everybody's given to us. Some people sharing some things on Facebook about this and Twitter, and really appreciate it. If you could do me a favor and subscribe, even leave a comment that you subscribed, I'll make sure to get back with you. And if you could also just like these, it really helps us out. So there should be something in the lower right corner for you to be able to do that. But we'll get going with Michigan State. I haven't seen this game. I don't know too many of the players for State and Maryland here, but we'll just get going with the game here and see. Now, the thing I know about Michigan State, and I followed them for a number of years, is Michigan State runs a lot of plays, and they're very good with specials, meaning sideline, baseline, jump ball. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if right here, this is a set call, right? Like, hey, we're going to win the jump. We're going to line up in this formation, which isn't anything, that complex, obviously. I bet you they have these people in certain spots for certain reasons, because if they win this jump, they do have a set out of the box that they are running. Right. So they automatically know, like, they're not doing anything goofy. They have the play called right here. Like, that's just my experience and what I know a little bit. So we have, Biggs pinning down, right? I don't know all these players, and I apologize for that. I know he's really good, and just following him, I don't know his name. And I know that this guy, I believe, is a transfer from Marquette. So we're just kind of swinging the smalls off of Biggs, and kind of pin downs, balls in the middle channel. So right there. Now, we don't run it into post. We look at the one thing I like about Michigan State, other than that's the flat out toughness that they play with and kind of a football mentality, is how hard these guys cut. So watch number 2, right? Maybe he's the next option, right? And he's trying to get to his spot to get to that option. And number 10, now it triggers in my mind, I believe his name's Hauser. So, pin down right here to an immediate ball screen. Look, but watch Maryland, right? So Maryland's got this action going, and you can see that they just switch it out, right? So they're just switching this out. And let's watch that again real quick. It looks like, so let's watch this again in terms of what they do here. So right here, they know it's coming. Maybe they swing their guard scouting report. Maybe it's something they do. But I like that they take the big high. They cut everybody through, because look, but here's the thing. Like, we've said this in all our videos. Watch the guy guarding the point guard. He stops. He doesn't chase them out, right? Because if they look, and this is what they do. And I really like this action. We're seeing more of it in basketball. You're getting ball screen. We know how they're playing ball screen. It's a pound, but then they reverse it to the big, right? Because they got 2 on the ball, right? And what they're doing here is hoping that this guy's here. The play is that this guy would be defensively here, because that's the action, right? And so they throw it there, and they call block. So right out of the get, like, man, like, this guy does everything right. You feel bad for the guy. He does everything right. He's sitting there, but it's a play, right? The State didn't want him there, right? They want the dunk, right? It's a great little action, right? So, now, again, State's really good on all their specials. They run it very much like a football program in terms of plays and sets and all this, and they run in with packages and all that. So there's opposed to, like, so screen the screener. I love this stuff, right? It's out of a box formation, right? Popping out, right? So let's see what they do here. It's a pop out. It's the weak side elbow comes to the top, and then the ball side elbow is pinning down. It looks like, maybe to mid post, maybe to elbow, he's in the slot, and then it's a screen down, right? But here's what young players have to, he's not like, watch 30, like, because he knows Izzo's going to jump him if he doesn't screen and if he's not a tough guy. But let's see what Maryland does on this as well. So, yep, they're switching all the small on small, it looks like, right? So now we've got this guy who's a little bit bigger, but watch 30. Like, he's not going to get him now. Catch and shoot, catch and rip. Maybe they don't have anything, right? So he ball fakes it. Look at this line, though. Look at now we're not flooding the paint, right? So now are we just playing basketball? Is there just things they do? So look, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people touched it. right? They do a great job. So mid post, we talk a lot about paint and angle and double buried, 2 feet in the paint, no post move needed, all this sort of stuff. Yes, without question, there's times to just play ball in the mid post too, right? But what people aren't great at, what people aren't great at is passing off of the dribble, 1, 2, and then just a poke out, right? And then it's just a poke out right there. And now we're turning it over. The mid post, you better have a player. I like the face up and play. I'm not a huge fan, and this game can be played a million ways, but this idea of just backing down and backing down and backing down and pounding it 3-4 times and keeping the floor, like, I don't know, right? I don't know what the guy can do. I know I can't judge a guy on one play, but man, face up before you play and then maybe just beat him off the dribble. But again, there's this. So now we have 2-on-1 here, right? Here's what we do know. And great job by Maryland, right? Great finish, great contact, 2-on-1, got to the rim. But what I do know about Michigan is you better be running, right? And I know this program a little bit in that I've just followed them, right? I've followed them for years, and I do know how tough Izzo is. But turnover, but watch everybody run, because they know it's going to be on film, right? They know they're going to be asked about it. But one thing State is driven by, other than rebounding and toughness and all that, is fast breaking. So one thing that I like that they do is, 1, they get the ball out fast. They drill on it. I've seen the drills. 2, gets the ball and changes the floor. So now he goes from one side to the other. They're going to be into a set, right? Dribble handoff, dribble handoff, dribble handoff, ball screen, right? And I don't know the angle to this ball screen, but I like it a little bit. I mean, but here's the thing that they do. So it's Hauser and 44 is Brown, right? 44 is really good, right? So what we see here is just simple basketball. But what does it do? And we need to do more of this, my group, right? Bigs on, just get them moving. Now they didn't switch here, and they did switch there, and they didn't switch there, right? So the idea would be, are they not switching off of 2? That's what I would suggest, right? So now we're here. He knows it's coming. Now short corner, the punch, whatever you call it. We've called it short corner and punch, right? And then, but everybody's flat, right? So they're looking to just play this. Now, if he rolls, so he takes it away and comes back. Okay. So we get it again to the mid post by number 30, right? So 2 possessions in a row, we get it to the mid post. Now, I think this is a little bit more efficient, right? There's the recovery. And if I were coaching this group, I guess, if that's where we want him and we know that's where he's good, my question is, I wonder why we just didn't go seal 2 feet in. Why do we think that's the best spot for us? Like, why do we think that's the best spot for us when we could have had, like, when you roll here or early roll, like, look at, like, you're in a, like, I wonder why we can't have this. I wonder why we can't have that when we get that, right? That's, 2 feet in the paint, but I do like the jump hook. They just don't get it. Hauser gets it, right? They're either, yep. And so we get a quick shot on the offensive rebound, 3-2, right? So, 2 might be the guy. I don't know too much about him. Tyson Walker's his name, right? So there's a good jump hook. Hauser gets it. We're spotting up. It's a Coach K Duke thing. Like, when we get offensive rebounds, we are definitely going to be fanning out if we don't get a dunk. If we don't get a dunk, if we don't get a play to the rim, we're getting quick threes, because the momentum of the offensive rebound is a killer. The open 3 and a drain 3 and a made 3 is a double killer. So I kind of like that mindset, right? So let's fan out. They're not in a position right here, and they know he's, I don't see anybody freaking out over here about that matchup or about that shot, right? So, third possession, Maryland got the fast break off of the steal, 2-on-1, and let's see what they do. Dribble handoff, a fake dribble. Look at, I love duck-ins, right? So let's see how they get this duck in and what they do, right? So they looked like he was really coming up to ball screen and then gets the ball. And I don't know these players for Maryland that well, right? Looks like he's ball screen, but he gets the ball, fakes the dribble handoff. Look, so this is a small on big cross screen, right? No, he's screening. It's a big on small kind of a screen, but he's rolling out, and look at what they're emptying out. They're emptying out half the floor. One guy's there, one guy's there. You get this. All we're doing is ducking in. Now, that's where you want the ball. That's like my belief. Is there a time? Sure, to have the ball in the mid post? Absolutely, 100%, right? But I definitely like that. You get a guy that can finish with either hand, turn either shoulder, has some size, has some toughness, has some muscle to him and some juice to finish, right? Then get him the ball right there and just make the game simple, right? No, this is what we say, no post move mediate. Now, he pounds it, and I don't know what shoulder he's turning. There's a pound, so he comes back to his left with his right hand. So it's unfortunate that he can't make that and get it on the glass, right? So you get it. You just don't get, he doesn't look that comfortable getting this off. He just doesn't, that does not look comfortable, right? But it's probably his dominant shoulder. Doesn't get it on the glass. Like, that's kind of a prayer at that point. And, 30, let him get there. Look at, this is how good State is at the outlets. They get it. They get wide. Now, granted, he was already wide, but if he were tripping around in here, he'd be getting out, and they look ball side. So it's all about the break. So here's the other thing to keep in mind. Rebound, boom, gone. Well, like, one guy's already gone, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry. So there's the outlet. And before he even gets the ball, the two runners to the outside channel are already out of the screen, out of view, right? And Hauser's going to run middle. What's he do with the ball? Catches it there and takes it there to the elbow, right? To the slot. It's what he does. He changes the floor. So because this is ball side here, now he changes it. So people that are covering ball side now have to roll over, and now they change. So there's our post. There's a pin down by the big. So it's this simple. Change the floor. The big's either a reverse man or a pin down man, always, right? He knows it's coming. So there's the read. If this were true motion basketball and you're watching this and making plays off of reads, he would back cut this because the guy's already cheated it. Now we can't reverse it. He knew it was coming. It wasn't a great screen, but Michigan State and their bag of tricks are going to run, right? This little zipper cut to a duck in, still mid post, still didn't catch it clean, had to catch it on the bounce, right? So, and this guy could be an All-American for all I know, right? But he steps over, watch him, watch 30, walking, catch, step over, catches it, doesn't catch it clean. Now we're pounding, jump hook right, comes back, fade away. And again, so listen, and they call a foul. Wow. Right. So good on him. But he missed it. Let's say it wasn't a foul. So we've got, a jump hook mid post that that looked good, but didn't make it. We've got a turnaround that we didn't catch clean. And we got a turnover all in the mid post on the first 3 possessions in the first minute and 40 seconds. Right. And it's all left block. Right. So there's some things going on here. They get the wide open 3. Right. So now we're going to be at the free throw line, 27 seasons. That Izzo's been at State. All right, last possession, 4 possessions, 2 minutes is what we try to get. They had the fast break. They had the post play where he was double buried. So now here's like kind of, I don't know what to call this. I mean, I call these zipper screens, but they're probably not. A zipper could be a pin down here, but he's running off of 2 cuts, elbow to elbow. First pass is so important against pressure. And where you get the first pass. Are you pushed out? Are you in where you want and where you can catch, score, and read, right? And then we're running, look, the first guy in the screen is getting back screen 4, although it's bad. Hauser knows it's coming. And then what? And then one guy's going away, and look, so Izzo does a great job. And this is, I forget what they call it, but if they know it's a screen, the screener, watch, let's see what he does. So that guy there's no switching there. There's no switching there. Okay. This guy's guarding here. This guy's guarding here. This guy's guarding here. Right. So he knows, hey, I am taking the screener up top, and you take the guy that is flaring, right? That's what they do. That is a coaching prescribed switch, right? On the triangle action. If there's any screener action with Izzo, and I've seen this before, the top guy always takes it and they stump that guy out. That is by design, right? They switch it again and the baseline runners. Wow. See, that stuff's hard to guard. And good on them, right? So there's a lot going on here that's worth watching. And then this will be our last clip. So they switch it out like this, just like we thought. There's a dribble. So you run dribble handoff, and this guy is shaping up as well. No, he's going to clear out. So the guy keeps it on the dribble handoff. Dribble handoff. I'm going to center the ball, and I'm going to run this guy off 2 baselines, and I'm sprinting. Look at how did we get? Here's what we got messed up on. What we got messed up on is he's probably a great 3, and he switches too late. He didn't know the switch was coming. He knew he was supposed to. He talked it out, but he talked it too late, and you're already 3 men behind. Hit 1, hit 2. Nobody, not who takes it? You know, that guy maybe. That's how quick you got to be in college basketball. And look how quick they get the ball inbounded. Okay, so really appreciate it. It's about 15, 16 minutes, and it's 4 or 5 possessions, and it's the first 2 or so minutes of this game. We're going to do a 4-part series on Michigan State and Maryland. Really appreciate the support that you all have lent to our channel. If you could subscribe and like and share and do all that sort of stuff, it's really appreciated. And leave any comments down here on this game. Michigan State, Maryland, more familiar with Michigan State, 13th in the nation, 6-4 on the season when this happened. And they do a lot of great things. And I love the sets and defensive philosophy and coverages and rotations and communication, and everything they do is really good. So appreciate the help. Subscribe, like, share, and appreciate all that. Thank you.